But I'm going to start out by using my Phyto oil. I've been loving this lately. It's really, really light. I'm going to use this in place as my moisturizer today. It's a dermatological product. And I love the LA Girl HD Primer. Well, they're Pro Prep HD. I'm going to go in. Let's put that where I have any texture, fine lines, wrinkles, pores. So definitely in my T-zone and in my forehead, on my nose, chin. Foundation I'll be using is the LA Girl Pro Coverage, and this is in color Rich Cocoa. Yesterday or the day before when I did my LA Girl foundation tutorial, I used coffee and dark chocolate. This is pretty much the answer to that. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some foundation, a little drop in that, and just go in with a gem blender. Apply that all over my face. I really love the texture of this because you can slide it if you need to. That primer makes your skin so soft and smooth. And just a really, really great texture. I'm glad you guys like my hair. I did a whole tutorial on it from start to finish. Plucking the hairline. Sometimes I do my color corrector before, sometimes I do my color corrector after, depending on the look that you're going for and other factors. Just do what you want to do. Try both ways and see which way works best for you, and then I recommend you go that way. So I am going to go with another gem blender. This is a gem blender Brio, and I really love this because it has that little tiny tip. It has this little tiny tip, and it's really perfect for going in color correcting your under eye. And this is the LA Girl Pro color correcting concealer, and it is orange. You can just turn it, go right in the nook of your eye, and it really, really blends it in, so much so that you can't see where the color corrector begins or ends and my like perfectly corrected skin begins. Great tool. Go in with that little tip, and you can go anywhere where you need to spot correct. I decided to go in color correct afterwards today because number one, the LA Girl color corrector is just a perfect shade for my skin. It blends right in once it takes out the color from the blemish. And I know that with using the gem blender, I'll just be able to go in and precisely just color correct what I want and leave it alone. And it gives you a really, really natural finish. So the thing with color corrector is, just like with any other makeup product, there are warm and cool tones. You want to make sure that you're using the color corrector that best suits your undertone, and just making sure not to use too much because it really shouldn't look orange. You can see how the bags and the darkness under my eyes has disappeared without it being too much of an orange cast. I'm going to show you now around my mouth too. You see that kind of gray tone. Adding the orange is going to balance out that gray tone, and it's going to make that gray tone look more like your skin tone because it's missing that orange pigment. So, and use it in that area, and it just gray tone, not the gray tone, and it just balances right out. So I've taken a little bit of LA Girl Pro concealer in Fawn, and I've applied it to my gem blender, and now I'm going to go in my under eye area. I'm going to blend it out. Moment of silence for the gem blender blend for the slay. Come on. I'm going to go in here. Blend it out. Yeah, somebody asked me if I like the gem blender more than the beauty blender. By far, by miles. Not only does it not absorb your makeup, but it lasts longer. It cleanses easier. They are more unique. So I've been on beauty shoots where everybody's like, oh, is that my blender? Are those my beauty blenders? Is that mine? Is that? No, this is not yours. I can guarantee. And then when using something like a gem blender, if you're working on 4 or 5 or 6 models and you need to use it, wipe it off with oil and 2 seconds later use it on somebody else, you can. You can have a line of girls lined up with 1 gem blender and an oil wipe, and you can do her foundation quick, wipe it off with oil, go to the next girl, wipe it off with oil. It doesn't take germs, it doesn't absorb makeup, cleanses easily, you don't have to replace it every 3 months, and you can use this with liquid, cream, and powder. For my contour, I'm gonna go in with LA Girl Pro Coverage Foundation on the edge of my gem blender and just place that right there. And I'm gonna blend it out, and I'm gonna take some down here and pop it along my jawline. And my backing to my earring just fell out. Great. I'm just gonna blend that down for you. And then, okay, so that's another thing, like if you use too much, you can just take your excess and relocate it. Just gonna show you really quick how this can contour your face or your nose. Here, this is that cutting. Ugh, my God. This is what this was recreated for. Usually, you'd have to have like a steady hand, a good brush, great product. You'd have to be a pro to really get a cut like this. And really have it precisely at the same angle that you need it, like all the way through and through. And then if you want, you can just go over the line a little bit and blend it out. That is precisely like my bae. And it takes a minuscule amount of product to do this. Generally, when you're watching people and they're using sponges, they're taking their foundation and they're pump, like 4 pumps of foundation. Like, are you kidding me? Now I'm just going in with Fawn. And this It's Judy Times palette is beautiful. Like, I had this sitting here for a while. It's great colors, great payoff. I like this palette a lot. The pigmentation is really nice. I decided to give it a try. It was sent to me a while ago, and you know. So now I'm gonna go in and set my under eye. This is me using Gem Blender Radiant to set my under. So right now I'm going into contour and I'm using Cocoa, and this is one of the LA Girl Pro press powders, and I really like this. Now, it doesn't look as dark as it does when it comes out. I mean, it's not the world's darkest powder, but I was really surprised that it even worked on my skin tone as far as for a contour, so I'm not even mad at it. Now I'm gonna go in with this kind of like purple gray kind of slate tone. Has a really nice one. I'm only saying them because they're cheap. I mean, of course, I forget the name of the other one. Oh, Russian Red. I'm pretty sure that's a matte. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm just gonna go in and just do like a dusty purple smoky smoke out. Now I'm going in with this darker purple. Now they got some like black in here. Black liner. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of this purple and a little bit of black from this palette, and I'm gonna smoke out my bottom a little bit more. I'm going in with Just Cool from Fashion Fair.